Do you struggle with setting healthy boundaries? This question might seem simple, yet it holds immense significance. Healthy boundaries, the invisible lines that define our emotional and mental space, are vital for our well-being. They're the personal parameters that help us maintain a positive sense of self, fostering our self-esteem and overall mental health. Without them, we can easily lose ourselves in the demands and expectations of others. If you're unsure whether you struggle with setting healthy boundaries, here are 10 signs to look out for. The first sign that you're struggling with setting healthy boundaries is feeling responsible for others' emotions. It's when you find yourself constantly worrying about how others feel, or altering your behavior to keep people around you happy. You might even blame yourself when they're upset, even if it's not your fault. This is a clear sign that you're carrying a burden that's not yours to bear. Moving on to the second sign, which is saying yes when you want to say no. You might find yourself agreeing to do things you don't want to, or accepting requests that you know are beyond your capacity. It's as if you're trying to avoid confrontation or disappointment at all costs. Lastly, the third sign is feeling guilty for taking care of yourself. This could manifest as feeling selfish or guilty when you take time for self-care, or when you prioritize your own needs over others. Recognizing these signs is the first step in setting healthy boundaries. Moving on, the fourth sign is fearing rejection or abandonment if you set boundaries. This isn't just about fearing loneliness. It's about the deep-seated belief that if you express your needs, the people you care about will leave you. It's the fear that stems from thinking your worth is tied to what you can do for others, not who you are as an individual. Our fifth sign is having a hard time identifying your own needs. You may be so used to putting others first that you've forgotten what it feels like to prioritize yourself. It's like you're always playing a supporting role in your own life story, and that's not how it should be. Lastly, the sixth sign is feeling overwhelmed by others' demands. You might feel like you're drowning in other people's expectations, like you're constantly being pulled in different directions. It's like being in a tug-of-war, and you're the rope. These signs indicate a clear struggle with setting healthy boundaries. The seventh sign is feeling like you're being taken advantage of. This is a significant red flag that your boundaries are not being respected, or perhaps not being set at all. You might find yourself repeatedly doing more than your fair share in relationships, or constantly giving in to others' demands. The eighth sign is being overly concerned about others' opinions. If you find yourself constantly tailoring your actions or decisions based on what others may think, you're likely not setting firm boundaries for yourself. The ninth sign revolves around feeling like you're always in crisis mode. When your boundaries are blurred or non-existent, you may find yourself constantly dealing with emergencies, most of which could have been avoided with clear limits. Lastly, the 10th sign is having relationships that feel one-sided. Without healthy boundaries, relationships can quickly become imbalanced, with you bearing the brunt of the emotional and physical load. These are clear indicators that you're struggling to set healthy boundaries. To recap, the 10 signs that you struggle with setting healthy boundaries are relentlessly saying yes, feeling guilty for self-care, oversharing, neglecting your needs, chronic discomfort, feeling responsible for others' emotions, difficulty communicating, tolerating disrespect, fear of rejection, and feeling drained. Each sign is a potent indicator of the struggle to establish healthy boundaries. Remember, recognizing these signs is the first step in setting healthier boundaries and improving your overall well-being.